How are you doing today? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about narcissists for a little bit. I'm going to explain some angles, things they do, and angles they take to just shed the light on them a bit. And I'm going to talk about how they're similar to vampires. I find they're so much like vampires. It's amazing. And I'm going to give some really, really good tips for if you get into a panicky anxiety state and you need something to just knock you out of that state because it's a brutal state. I have some tips on that coming up. So let's get into this. Let's do it. Let's get started. So, yes. Yeah. So one of the things that, one of the manipulation tactics that narcissists or bullies or psychopaths, they use is it's all about manipulation. It's all about they're crafting their own image in front of a crowd, their crowd. And it's a game, right? So you'll find, and I'm sure if this happened to you, put it in the comments, but you'll find that they attack you when no one is around, when you're kind of isolated or alone. Then they'll attack you way more because they don't want to look like the bad guy in front of. They really, really want a really good, amazing image. They need to have an amazing image. So you'll find that they'll attack you when no one's around. So just keep that in mind, keep it in mind. Another thing they do is they try to make you isolated. They try to isolate you. They isolate their victim, their prey. They like to isolate their prey. So don't let them isolate you. Don't let them. Oh, I heard this one good, really great phrase, quote. It was, what was it? Never let someone bully you into silence. And that's exactly what they do. They try to silence you and isolate you. Don't let them do it because it'll get worse. You got to speak up. You got to speak up. You have to speak up. They'll try to get you to not, but you got to. Oh yeah. So if anyone hurts their image publicly in any way, like brings their image down, does something, that's when you'll see their anger go full tilt. They'll blow their top, and they'll just attack people. They'll go like Little Bit Psycho, and they'll just start attacking everyone. So we just watch out for that. That's one thing to watch out for. Oh yeah. So another angle that I figured out, or I thought of recently, of how narcissists are like vampires, is they're very charismatic. They're very like, you kind of want to, you like them. You kind of want to be like them, right? They're very charismatic. Like look at modern day vampires in Hollywood, right? What are some movies or books? Twilight. They're super cool in Twilight. They're like good, very good looking, super suave and sexy and just cool. You're like, ah. And what was that other movie with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise? Interview with a Vampire. That was such a good movie too. Amazing. And narcissists in reality are like that. They're very charismatic and charming, super charismatic, super charming, even like good looking sometimes, sexy sometimes, but definitely like usually charismatic and cool. So that's another similarity to how vampires and narcissists are very basically exactly the same thing. Just the one is a fiction version of a real reality version. Yeah. And the problem with that though is if you go back say 50 years or more, vampires were in movies and books were usually just bad people, right? But now more and more modern versions of vampires, they become more and more cool. Like you kind of want to be them. You're like, oh, that's kind of cool. So the problem with that is as humans, we emulate. We emulate what we see in Hollywood. We all, or what we see on a screen, we emulate it. people just do it. It's the way the subconscious works. You see stuff enough over and over, you start to do it. That's part of how the subconscious works. It's a tribe mentality, right? So the problem with that is there's more narcissists on the planet now. Like, people are becoming more and more narcissistic and abusive, and it's nasty. So Hollywood, I don't know. The less you watch a lot of TVs and movies that put killers and vampires on pedestal, the less you watch that stuff, the better it will be for you, I think, you know? There's so much horrible negativity in Hollywood these days. It's just nasty. Yeah, so another thing that narcissists identify with is a predator, a predatorial animal. They have that mindset. They are predators. They see everything is prey, right? How can I use them? How can I manipulate them? What can I get out of them? It's all prey, everything. And that's one of the reasons they kind of go for the timid person. They're like a lion will go for the sick elk or the old elk or whatever, right? Because they're not going to go for the strongest one. That'll be too much work. So that's another reason that you need to stand up for yourself and fight back, because if you don't, they'll just eat you alive, essentially. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons that these predatory people attack. A lot of it's like, it can be jealousy too, not just weakness. Okay, so some tips. If you are experiencing with intense bullying or intense abuse from a narcissist, people can get into really bad mental states, really intense anxiety, emotional flooding, which is like you can't stop thinking about situations, and it's kind of like you go into a panicky state, and you can just stay there for like days, right? And it'll affect your sleep. If this is happening to you, this kind of a thing, what can you do to knock you out of that? Kind of just bring you back to reality a little bit. I'll say, first disclaimer, I'm not a doctor or a therapist. So if you need real help, seek real help. I have to say that. And, but yeah, I would recommend several supplements. I mean, there's a lot of things that you need to actually do. Speak up and speak to people and such, or set boundaries. Those are obviously key, but some supplements that can help. Magnesium, really, really good quality magnesium. Take that every day, like bisglycinate or 3-in-8. Don't get the cheap ones on the shelf. You know, you want the better quality ones if you want it to work good, right? So also niacin, no flush niacin. It's amazing it just calms the brain, and it's like just a really good vitamin for the brain. It's a B vitamin, right? It's amazing. Calming, relaxing, nourishing for the brain. Same with magnesium. One that's really, really, really good. It's like a secret superpower kind of. Well, there's a couple. But one that's really, really amazing is ashwagandha. So this is an Ayurvedic herb. And you take it, it will knock you out of the stress response. It will like disconnect the stress response momentarily. I wouldn't recommend being on it continually, but take a bunch of it, knock you out of the stress response. It works. That would be like one of my the secret thing that I'm saying right now. Ashwagandha, amazing. Thank you, India. Thank you, Ayurvedic medicine. Ashwagandha, try it when you have a bottle at home when you need it, when you get stuck in a bad stressed zone. It helps. It's a godsend. That being said, everyone reacts to it differently. Some bad, some good. And wouldn't stay on it all the time. Take it periodically, because it cuts off your brain, the connection to your brain and stress. It like kind of stops the connection, and sometimes it's healthy to have some stress, right? So that's why I wouldn't take it all the time. Some people do take it continually, but I would take it periodically, Yeah, so I'll wrap it up there. Like and subscribe if you got anything good out of this. And if you are currently going through panic attacks and such, I feel for you. Like, it's hard, man. That stuff I relate to you, and I feel for you. Like, that stuff is brutal. It's just, it hurts. It hurts so much, and it's just like, it can give you depression or more anxiety, and it's nasty, man. You can't sleep. I feel for you. And I'm gonna say, like, I want to say comforting things to you, because it's brutal, man. It's hard, and what can I say? You're not alone. When you're in that state, you feel not good. You can feel very, very, very alone. I've been there. And you know what? You're not alone, because so many people are going through that. So many people. And all these millions of individuals, they all feel alone, but we can feel less alone and more connected if we unite, and we speak up that so many people are feeling this way, going into the situations like this, and we need to speak up more about it, and you're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. Like and subscribe. Peace and namaste.